Well, I think I got this down. The first time I played Watch Dogs, I think was 2014, and that was back in my comedian days. Um, so it was before I was a vigilante. Um, I really enjoyed it back then.
Good
Yes, it
timing.
was.
Your sweetheart Maurice was just moaning at me. Says you got it all wrong. He's a patsy. He was set up. Whine, whine, wah, wah, wah. Hey, you mind if I drill a couple of rounds into his kneecaps?
Yeah, I mind.
You're so predictable. See if I do you a favor again.
Actually,
You need a favor.
I'm setting
Of
up an
course.
ambush. I need you to bring me some explosives. Can you do that?
I can do anything. Do I want to do it is the question. You... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Yes. You know what?
So we got
Forget.
that lighting issue over there
Yeah,
too.
let me round up the boys and I'll meet you there.
I didn't have that um when I played the game the first time on Beast. It was a pirate copy, and it had all of the graphics that were previously um, shown off. They were unlocked. Uh-oh, we're gonna have to get out there. Um, and all, but it didn't have online capabilities. But it was I had a lot of fun with that copy of the game, and I think when I played it again on Ubisoft Connect is what I got it on now. I realized how much I learned from this game in becoming and being that, and not only that, but how much I learned from being a vigilante and taking back to the game. And now, maybe going through it again, we're going to learn maybe some of the things I shouldn't have done as a vigilante. Maybe I could have chose love, something more along the lines of what Christ would have wanted. I know that, he definitely wanted me to fight for the marginalized. Oh, that's our turn. Excuse me, got to get in here. Sorry. Oh, why do you got to do that? I'm just trying to get through here. Um, he wanted me to take care of the house and all of that. What are we doing here? Oh yeah, it's one of these. We got to turn some power back on or something. The network so that we can hack here. It's up there. Okay. Well, um, we're gonna have to figure out how to get up there. Oh, maybe I should have brought the truck around back and used it to plow the fencing. Oh, never mind. There's a car right here for that. There's really great problem solving here. Too thinking certainly some. Well, see, that's not going to work. Sometimes you find out the situation, solutions you try to come up with don't actually work. But scan the environment here. See what we've got. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. See? See? There we go. Okay. So, but a lot of the things I did, I think, were like trying to instill fear in people to get them to comply. A lot of people were afraid of me, and, for good reason. I was hunting child molesters, I had issues with people who mistreated or, you know, were involved in injustices of different kinds. And a lot of people were afraid of that. A lot of people should be afraid of that, but I shouldn't be trying to instill fear. That's not my place as the Lord's servant. I mean, it was kind of effective, but maybe it would have been more effective. Because you can't fight, you can't quash fear and hate with more fear. That's, you can hold it at bay for a while, but that's kind of the best you can do, right? Yeah, I think we did. I'm pretty sure I did all these before, and they just undid themselves. No point. I don't. It's weird. I don't know. I had this account and a lot of my other accounts, not my Steam account. They tried to get it hacked through my Gmail back over Christmas Eve, and that kept me kind of busy. Uh, and that might have had something to do with it. I got district content unlocked. What do we got here? Ooh, look at that. You got a privacy invasion. We don't want to do that. We don't want to invade somebody's privacy. And I don't like these. You got to chase those little yellow things around. But it is kind of an endurance thing, and it does also teach you things as a vigilante. And I think that's kind of going to be the point of what we're doing here. You know, we're going to use the things that I did in the past, and these video games to teach some lessons about um, oops, wrong, but you know, Christ message and everything, what I did right, what I did wrong, lessons I've learned, and things that you can learn from that, and maybe having some fun along the way. You know, I'll take this car. You shouldn't do that in real life, though. I don't feel bad about it here because it's a video game. It's nobody's actual car. But, you know, and you got to be careful driving too. You don't want to hit the fire truck. Sometimes they're not, and the roads aren't as wide and forgiving as they are in games like Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. So, and I know it's racing games too. That's some pretty wide and forgiving roads. But it's like Chicago. It's gonna be like that. Uh, what do we got here? I can hack some. I got a song at it. One of the things these games do that's different is they kind of integrate online play into the actual game. And oh, my controller vibrated when I bumped into that person. Okay. So, like, there will be times when you'll get hacked by a pixel, and it'll be an online player. And in their game, you're a bad guy. And in your game, they're the bad. You're always going to be aiding in your own game. Doo doo doo. Hey, that wasn't
Hate you. Hate you, you fucking whale. All you fucking do is bitch and moan. Are you just gonna let this take over your life? Look at you. What are you afraid of? Just do it. No more excuses. No more whining. Just fucking do it!
what are we even listening to? Also, I got a system. Yeah. There was like an actual suicide in one of these, if I recall correctly. Like, this game is like real heavy. It's not for kids. Like, there's some real serious content in this game. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Grand Theft Auto 4. Like I always thought of it, and we just stole that guy's money. Who are you anyway? He's a wine expert, a clinical receptionist. That's the thing that I used to do. Is I used to like just steal all the money that the video game nerds. But I need to rethink that approach. Um, I need to think about this. Like, what if this is a real situation? And a lot of different campaign things. Um, oh, there's something going on over there. I thought they were already blown up. Maybe we're getting. There might have been some DLC that brought the room back, or a mod that I applied. Um, this controller sure does help with the driving. I got this really good controller with really, really good triggers. It makes driving a lot easier. Although I just swerved right into oncoming there. Oh, boy, I missed this turn hard, didn't I? There we go. Oh yeah, that was the hotel. And you get to see like Aiden does a lot of the things that I did in Vigilante, and a lot of things that I would like to would have if I could remember. Yeah, I think there might have been some DLC re-unlocks, and that saves the game. Story point. And I think we're gonna take this and we're gonna save this file and we're gonna call back, you know, the first real thing of figuring out what we're doing here is Brother Chris using video games to preach. We didn't do a lot of preaching here, but we'll get to that. I guess. There's a lot of lessons to be had here, in Jesus' message, which I didn't even realize till almost the end of the vigilante career that Jesus was the voice I had been following. But there's a lot of stories that I'd like to tell, not all that, but that will come later. Enjoy the rest of your day.